I was at Davos, the World Economic Forum, 2 years ago when Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, is that north or south of here? North, thank you. That's right, I know that. I remember now. Mark was being quizzed by a famous publisher I shouldn't name. I asked Mark, it was off the record. I asked Mark if I could quote him. I didn't ask the publisher. But this certain famous publisher from a certain very big company in the city where I'm from on the East Coast was begging Zuckerberg, begging him, saying, Mark, how do we get a community like you have? How do we own a community? We should start a community. We should have one too. How does my newspaper do this? How? And Zuckerberg, at the end of this impassioned, embarrassing plea from this very powerful man, had a two-word response. You can't. Full stop, geeky stare, right? You can't. He came back later and he said, you're asking the wrong question. You don't start communities. Communities already exist. They're already doing what they want to do. The question you should ask media moguls in the room is, how do you help them do what they want to do better? And his prescription for that is a phrase I love. He said you should bring them elegant organization. You think about it, that's what Mark did with Facebook. Harvard had been around for 3 centuries before young Mark came along. But he found a new way to help the community of Harvard organize itself. And then other universities, and then all of us. Elegant organization. And a good company helps provide an organizing schema for our lives, for our communities. Government should do that too. Elegant organization. Quick story. Mark was in his art class, and he hadn't gone to a single class, and he had not studied, and the final was a week away. He was a little busy launching a $15 billion company. But it's better to drop out of Harvard than flunk out. So he was a little nervous. And he hadn't studied at all for the exam, but he knew the art they had to write about. So he went to the internet, he pulled down images of all the art they had to write about, put it up on a blank page, put a blank box underneath each, emailed all of his classmates and said, I've put up a study guide. Think Mark Twain and the Fence, right? And everybody dutifully filled in the details of the art and then argued about it and then made it better and better and better. So you can guess where this ends. Mark aced the exam, but the instructor said that, funny, everybody in the class got a better grade this time. Elegant organization. Providing the means to bring out the knowledge of a crowd and help that crowd share that, I think, is very important.